Hi, I'm Matthew Brown. My project partner is Corey Rogers, and we've done our job analysis over the assembler position at Trane using the performance and observation methods. First, a little background history on Trane Incorporated. They began way back in 1885 when James Trane opened a plumbing store, but he was also an innovator, and in 1913 he and his son, who had formed the Trane Company, released a heating product called the Trane Vapor Heater, which was a new kind of low-pressure steam technology. At that point, they dropped the plumbing industry and began focusing on heating products. In 1931, they became pioneers of the air conditioning industry with the Trane Unit Cooler, and then 1956 is whenever a Trane plant opened in Tyler, Texas. For 61 years, they have been one of the top 10 employers in our city. And the analysis we are doing is over the assembler position on the assembly line. The description of this job is to perform various electromechanical assembly operations and package the completed air conditioning and heating units. My analysis, I'll begin with the observation method. Being a former employee of Trane, I was able to get a guided tour through the facility, and that's how I conducted my observation analysis. There are far more positions that require minimal training than there are that require extensive training, like brazing and soldering. However, whether you're working with a torch, with a drill, or with your hands, everything else stays the same as far as your responsibilities and your job tasks. First thing you do is check for errors that have been made before you. The second thing is there is step-by-step instructions along with visual aids to help you perform what task is supposed to be done at your station. So aside from soldering and brazing, which requires training, you can be what they call a floater and move from position to position to fill in for absences, because there is such detailed instruction right in front of you as far as how to perform that task for that station. Finally, you check your own work for errors, and then you hit the green button to send that unit down the line and work on the next one. The target time is 50 seconds per unit at each station. There's protective equipment, protective gear that every employee must wear, not only assemblers, but every employee. That is safety glasses, cut-resistant sleeves and gloves, and steel-toed shoes. Even managers have to wear these. And if anybody is seen in the plant without them, they can be walked out. Safety is the #1 priority at Trane. So this brings me on to the performance method, because there were two things that I was able to gather from actually performing the job myself that I couldn't really gather just from observing the work, and that's the mental aspect and the social aspect. Mentally, the work is so repetitive that you'll very soon find yourself thinking you can do this with your eyes closed. And that, unfortunately, can make the job seem very boring, very dull, make the days drag on forever. But the social aspect is what I find balances this out. Because after all, since you're so comfortable doing this over and over, 50 seconds at a time each day, that's like 400 times each work shift. So talking to the coworkers on your left and right isn't really going to distract you very much. You develop a personal bond with these coworkers that are near you. After all, you're standing next to them 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. So even on breaks and lunches, you find yourself talking and eating with this same clique of workers that you're standing immediately next to on the assembly line. But this can really help you as far as getting through the day. I think it helps in the following ways. I think it helps with morale, with attitude about coming to work, And also, even with quality control, because you're comfortable pointing out each other's mistakes. And also, a job satisfaction by being able to have some kind of entertainment on the job to pass the time. So this next segment will be my partner Corey giving a little explanation about the methods of analysis that we used, what they are, and why we chose them, and some advantages and disadvantages of each. Thank you.